Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2023. Shimmy Shimmy the album. Dad. AF. Rock on. Gold Dust Woman. Beast. Players only love you when they're playing. How are you guys doing today? Yes, the intro is back. I took a little poll. You can take this poll and what? I took this little poll yesterday on my video, and I just dove right into the video. I didn't do my intro, and I actually got quite a few people that were like, oh, I like that you just got right into the drama and you didn't do your intro that's 22 seconds long. That bothers so many people. No, but I got so many people that said that they missed my intro. So listen, I'm gonna mix it up from time to time. Sometimes I'll just get right into it. The problem is this. The problem is my fan is shedding so bad. I have two of these fans, and they are like just unbelievably shedding at this point. But anyway, that's the one problem. The problem is, okay, that if I get into a video and I just like right out of the gate, I go, okay, you guys, let's get right in. Then people think it's like a really serious video, like when I address something very, very serious, you know? And so I don't like to scare people. I don't like to scare people that, you know, like, that you too will get blocked by Jaclyn Hill. So I don't like to scare, I don't like to scare people, right? So, I try not, that's kind of why I try to lightheartedly do it. You know, listen, Linda, okay? You know, I started this channel, I don't know, 6+ years ago, 6.5 years ago. And at that time, I didn't have this intro. This intro is kind of morphed over time, and I kind of like added certain things and different things to it, right? And, so anyway, and people ask me all the time, they're like, well, where does this come from and where does that come? I don't even know. Like, I don't even remember at this point. I'm sure somebody out there could probably find it, but I don't remember like where certain things came from or where I started it or whatever. Like the Listen Linda thing, like I say it all the time now, and I do know where that came from, and that came from because it's that video of that kid online that like ate the cupcake or the cookie or whatever, and his mom is like getting mad at him, and he's like, listen, Linda. Okay, so my cousin started saying it to me because she picks me up once a week. She's getting ready to pick me up here in about a half an hour. And so she would say to me, listen, Linda, like to settle me down because we like jokingly like get sarcastic with each other, right? And so that's why I started saying it. So I just pick up things every once in a while. The Beast is obviously from Alyssa Edwards, which Beast! So that's from RuPaul's Drag Race. So I just pick up things from here, you know, and there and whatever. So that's just what happened to the intro. But, you know, when I started this, I have to tell you, it was just about, and I know this is very confusing to people, but I do want to explain the intro. So, or the 5-10 minutes that I talk before I get into the topic. So, you know, when I started all of this, it was just because I wanted to talk on video is really what it was about. And I had started doing booktube videos, and then I kind of got, you know, over to this channel over here. And then each channel kind of came after that. And so I would just sit here and I would just talk about stuff, right? And it was never like, I never like went into doing drama on this channel. Like, I mean, I now see people come out and they start their channels, and their channels are very planned, and they have business plans, and they write scripts, and they have researchers, and I think all that's fantastic. And I watch those videos and they're very interesting to me, right? But that was never what it was supposed to be for me, okay? Coco never meant it to be that way! See, I stole that. That was from Sandra Bernhardt, who is one of my favorite comedians of life, right? Okay, so she's talking about Coco Chanel. But anyway, so, what was I saying? Okay, so anyway, so, you know, I would just sit down and talk. I never wanted it to be this big scripted thing and whatever. And there's even been times through the years where I'm like, well, maybe I should do that. If I did that, like maybe, like more people would watch my videos and people would enjoy my videos more and stuff, right? But really what I wanted to do was just to interact with you guys and just share an opinion and have an opinion about something that's going on with YouTube. And then you guys could have an opinion in the comment section. And then we could kind of like, I could kind of joke a little bit and people would think it was funny and it could be lighthearted and it could be a way for people to relax at the end of the day or end of their day. Now, I don't ever claim to be a Johnny Carson or a David Letterman or anything like that or have that kind of talent. I don't ever claim to be that, right? But those are kind of like variety talk shows that were late at night that I grew up, I would like be falling asleep on the end of my mom's bed and she would be watching Johnny Carson going into David Letterman. And so I grew up on those shows. And the first 10, 15 minutes of those shows was what you get over here, right? Was just random talking about different things. And I loved that. And so for me, it was very comforting and kind of cozy. And so that's what I have done over on my channel for like the first 5 to 10 minutes of videos. Now, I know for some people, they fast forward through it. That doesn't bother me, okay? Like if you're just wanting to get right to the drama, I totally understand that. And some videos for you, I will try to get right to the drama. But I also love doing, like so many people in the comment sections yesterday said, Peter, do what you like to do what makes you happy. And, damn it. The truth is, doing the intro kind of makes me happy. It just kind of gets me, it kind of like just fires me up. I did notice like yesterday, like doing the video, like I felt less fired up in talking about what I was talking about. Like when I do the intro, I get kind of like, it's kind of a way to like, like when you watch like a documentary or something and you see like the performer on the side and they're kind of like, and then they go, okay, here they are. And then they like run out, and it's like this comedian or whatever, or this like, singer. It's kind of like, that's what the intro does for me. So anyway, for all of you out there that said that you love singing along with the intro and your kids love the intro and you miss the intro and whatever, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And to the rest of you, F you. So, no, I'm joking. You don't have to like the intro. I totally get it, okay? I mean, after 575,600 intros, I mean, it does get a little old, right? The most amazing thing is when I sit down here and I hit record and then I'm like, what's my intro? Like I forgot my intro, right? Like sometimes that happens. So anyway, at 7 minutes and 11 seconds, let's ding-a-ling-a-ling, shabba-lang, ding, ding, dong, ding. House of Drama phone. This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? What? Well, today I'm just sitting here and I'm watching Peter Monn's video about Marlena Stell and Jaclyn Hill. What? Oh, we should. That would be so much fun. Okay, we're gonna three-way call Jaclyn Hill. How did you get her number? What? She wrote it on a napkin and handed it to you at the oyster bar. Okay, well, hold on a second. Here, okay, let's three-way call her. Okay, here we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh my God, it's gonna be so much fun. Jaclyn? It's Vivian and Jane, Jaclyn. Vivian and Jane, Oh, you're not out of bed yet. It's 4:30. 4:30, Jaclyn. I'm sure you have to probably get to the office to mail out some of the jewelry. What? Well, we wanted to know, we have a question for you, Jaclyn. Very important question for you. Yeah, we wanted to know if your refrigerator is running. It is? Well, you better catch it. Oh my God, okay. What? She hung up on us. Oh my Lord, that's almost the same as being blocked. I can't even imagine it. Anyway, well, we'll have to talk about that at the Women's League on Tuesday. I can't wait. That was so much fun. We'll have to three-way call, prank call more celebrity YouTubers of the world. All right, okay. Bye-bye, Jane. So anyway, that was real fun, wasn't it? So let's get into today's video. Today's video is about Jaclyn Hill being called a liar. And a liar. And no, not by me. So don't come for me, okay? Don't say, oh, here it is. Peter Monn is calling Jaclyn Hill a liar again and blah, 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 blah. Listen, Linda, okay? Now, I got a comment in my video the other day, and it was very nice, and they were like, I love your videos, I love you, and blah, 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 and I appreciate all that, right? But they said, when you call somebody, I think I even talked about this in my video the other day, but they said, when you call somebody a liar, like that's kind of a personal attack, which we're going to talk about today, because Marlena Stell came out, and she called Jaclyn Hill a liar. and I live for it all day long. Because if anybody would know, it would be Marlena Stell, right? Okay, so we're going to talk about that in just a second. But, so anyway, but this person said, you know, it's kind of like this personal attack. You're calling this person a liar. But here's my question. Is it? Okay. And the thing is that, you know, I was actually, I have to tell you, hold on a second. Let me see if I still have it pulled up. Well, it will be I was listening to my iTunes yesterday, and that song, When I Grow Up, I Want to Be, how does that song go? Here it is, When I Grow Up. See, I told you I had it all queued up, you know, but it says like, I want to be famous, I want to have fans, I want to, you know, groupies and all that kind of stuff. And that's Jaclyn Hill, right? Like Jaclyn Hill wanted that, and she got it, and now she doesn't want what goes along with it, right? Because she even came out not too long ago, and she said, that she feels bad for all these younger creators, equal Michaela Nogueira. That's the only one that she cares about. But she feels bad for all these younger creators because they have no idea what they're getting involved in, right? Well, I don't know. Like, I think Jaclyn Hill needs to read the room a little bit, right? If her story that she claims is true, that she was, you know, on food stamps and she was working at Ulta or the Mac counter or whatever. I think she was working at the Mac counter. If that story is true, okay? Now, I'm just going to ask the average person out there now that if you can imagine being on food stamps, struggling to pay your electric bill, not having any, you know, really super nice things and just getting by on a daily basis. And that's what she claims that her life was like. If that is your life experience, would you have that, or would you live in a mansion with your fiance that neither of you do really anything except for post affiliate links to make money off of things, some jewelry that you came out with through Claire's Boutique, and you know, you continue to complain about your life, and you have the most glamorous life in the world, and you buy any bag you want, you go out to eat anywhere you want, you never worry about being hungry, you're feeding your family, supporting your family, the cars you drive, you can take any kind of trips. I mean, which one would you prefer? So when Jaclyn Hill comes out with those kind of statements and she says things like that, but then she also wants us to buy into this story of how hard it was for her when she started, for me, okay, and I am a person, right, that, you know, I've been sober for 28 years, and it's very important for me that I never forget what it was like for me the day that I walked in to recovery, right? And so for me, I struggle with the fact that Jaclyn doesn't remember where she came from, okay? That's called humility. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't see where she struggles with that. Except for that Jaclyn Hill is never grateful anyway. She's never grateful to her fans. She's never grateful for what she has. She acts entitled to it. She acts like she deserves it, and on and on and on, right? Okay. So it is what it is. So, what was I going to say? So anyway, but this person came out and they said that I was like, it was kind of like a personal attack, and I say that I'm not like personally attacking these people, which was really nice because I got a lot of comments and people were like, Peter, you never personally attack these people. You're always fair to them. You always want the best for them, and you always give them solutions and responses that will help their lives. And that's truly what I try to do in my videos based on my own personal experience, right? And it's not me like gatekeeping like improvement in the world. It's just like, hey, at this point in my life, I've learned these things. Maybe it would help you too. You know what I mean? And had I, at 20 or 30 years old, listened to people that were older and wiser than I was and had gone through a little bit more in life, I might have learned things a lot quicker and had not had to have gone through things that I did. So, you know, sometimes it's not, it's if you would just listen to what people have to tell you. I wish I had listened to my dad when I was 30 years old, you know? And when I started listening to the people that were a little bit older than me and had experienced a little bit more in life and whatever, and we're just offering that as like, hey, I just want to help you out, you know, whatever. Like, then things started to change for me. But these people don't ever want to listen to anybody else that has any kind of, you know, suggestions or whatever. But that's all I try to do in my videos is talk about whatever it is and then give some kind of suggestions, right? So I'm glad that a lot of people understand that. So thank you. But this person, it was a very nice comment. Like I said, very nice. It was very nice. But they said, you know, how are you going to call somebody a liar and not think it's personal? Well, when your lies are rooted in what you're doing from a business point of view, okay, and your lies are about business practices and whether you were the CEO of a company that you claimed that you started with your own money, did she even start it with her own money? Was that all a made-up story? And then it goes back and I mean, this is the thing, is that people come for people like Trisha Paytas, and they look at, like, you know, Trisha Paytas, like, did this book, like, way back in the days, and she wrote all these things, and it was, like, this diary, and then people were, like, fact-checking that those things weren't true because she had made them up and whatever, right? Okay, it's amazing to me that people come so hard for somebody like Trisha Paytas, but then you have somebody like Jaclyn Hill, who says all this kind of stuff about, like, how hard their life was when they started on YouTube and whatever, but then it comes out that they may not have been the CEO of their own brand that they said they started with their own money that they had saved, and nobody questions whether or not everything that she said up to that point was true or false. Like, are you kidding me? Like, Jaclyn Hill could be the greatest liar that we've ever seen and lied about everything to do with all of her businesses, her collaborations, and everything. And people don't question it because Jaclyn always plays this, hi guys, oh my God, I slept in today, but, you know, and she always does all this kind of stuff to appease her audience, you know? She's very, very good at manipulating her audience. She knows what to do. She knows how to get people on her side, which is why I read the comment the other day that somebody said, when you fall down 7 times, you get up 8, you know? Jaclyn gets up 8 times, but she blames other people for it. So, okay, so there's that. So anyway, but it's not a lie when you're talking about, or it's not personal when you're talking about this person's lies being about business practices, right? If Jaclyn wants to be the CEO of all these businesses, and that's what she wants her life to look like, she has 2 choices. Either resign and close her businesses if she can't handle the public scrutiny that comes along with being a public figure when you own businesses, okay? Or address the lies. Address all of the issues. So there's that. But Marlena Stell came out and she had some things to say about Jaclyn Hill. So let's get right into this. Hold on just a second. Okay, so Marlena Stell said, hold on a second, and this is in regards to this tweet that Jaclyn Hill put up, or this thing that Jaclyn Hill put up on her Instagram story, and I will put it right here, and it says, means so much to me other influencers, and this is in regards to Jeffree Star wearing her earring, okay? Means so much to see other influencers support my brand. I know I'm a controversial person online, and a lot of people are scared to publicly support me. So thank you, Jeffree Star, okay? And hold on a second, my cousin is gonna be here any minute, so I need to text her, hold on a second. I might need another minute, and she'll say no problem. Okay, so anyway, so that's what Jaclyn Hill had to say, okay? She said something, okay, she said, means so much to see other influencers support my brand. I know I'm a controversial person online, and a lot of people are scared to publicly support me, so thank you, Jeffree Star. And so that's her acknowledging that she's a controversial figure online. Well, Jaclyn, what makes you controversial, okay? You know, is it that you're doing really edgy stuff? Is it that you have really controversial, I don't know, personal and political opinions about something? Is it that you have really controversial opinions about world issues? I mean, what is it that makes you controversial? Or is it that you're controversial because you don't disclose ads? Is it that you're controversial because you've had bad business practices? Is it that you're controversial because you've had bad launches? Is it that you're controversial because you never came back and addressed Lipstick Gate? I mean, if those are the things that are making her controversial about, that she is acknowledging, what she is saying in this statement is, okay, that I realize that these are the reasons that I am controversial, and that people know that, and I know that, okay? So she gets it. She knows that she's controversial for all of those things, which to me is acknowledgement that she realizes that she's doing things that are problematic, okay? But she won't stop. So anyway, so that comes out. Well, Marlena had some things to say, so here, let's get into it. Marlena said, no one is afraid to publicly support you, Jaclyn. They're just tired of the lies. What? She used the word. She used the word lies. So, of course, now everybody's going to say that that's a public attack, right? Okay. No one is afraid to publicly support you, Jaclyn. They're just tired of the lies defiling the beauty space and tarnishing everyone else's reputations. I would tag you, but you blocked me because I was a genuine friend who wasn't a yes woman and actually cared beyond a dollar sign. The victim mentality is exhausting. I've been there too during the lowest points of my life. But then I grew up and realized I'm in charge of what happens in my life, not everyone else. By the way, not cool stealing a small creator's brand, then having the audacity, in all caps, which I love, to make light of it. I would say you should know how hard it is to start a brand from scratch too, but that also was ... a lie. What makes me the saddest is the girl we all fell in love with isn't even the one we see now. Not sure if she truly ever existed, but if she did, we'd love to see her back. Which I think is kind of a nice sentiment, you know? It's sentiment. I didn't say cinnamon toast. But don't you wish I had? But anyway, I think it's kind of a nice sentiment. I think, you know, now I can't stop thinking about cinnamon toast. I think it's like, you know, she's saying, like, you know, hey, like, she's calling her out, but at the same time she's saying who we fell in love with and who you are now is not the same person, you know, and if that person's still there inside of there, we want her back. You know, and I have said this, you know, like, for a long time, it's like, it's never too late to change, you know? It's never too late to say, like, I've got to figure some things out. I've got to, like, acknowledge and do all this, right? And, so anyway, it just kind of, the whole thing kind of makes me sad. But anyway, 100%, so somebody says 100% the cozy situation was the icing on the cake for me. And then to make a snarky comment about it, trash behavior. And Marlena says, that is what set me off. I've been ignoring her antics for years now, but seeing the snarky, at least it's trademarked T, he, pushed me over the edge. So that was in her video, I think, that she did where she was like, at least it's trademarked, blah, 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 whatever, or something like that. She said, I addressed it in a video. Like, how do you, as a fellow woman, just rip off another woman's brand, not address it, ignore the owner contacting you, then go out of your way to say trademarked, then mock it like it's a damn joke? No, ma'am. And this person responds and says, right? Once she found out she could have done something about it in a positive way, she could have changed the name and let the original person have it. And then somebody else says, girl, I don't know if you're just showing up on my timeline more often. Oh, wait. I just want to thank you for speaking about issues, not only in the beauty community, but women's rights issues as well. It's not going unnoticed. Thank you for using your platform for good. And Marlena says, I love women and actually do care. It makes me more angry now that I'm a mom of a daughter. I want her world better than mine. And I think that's very telling of who, you know, Marlena is. And I have been somebody, as I have watched the beauty space for 6.5 years, that has respected Marlena, you know, and Marlena and Jaclyn have history because they had situations that happened in the past, and Marlena called it out and said, this is the truth of what happened, you know, and, you know, it's very similar to me. Like, it's kind of interesting how there's, like, these crossover kind of, like, relationships. It's very interesting to me because it's very similar to, like, the Gabby Hanna, Jessie Smiles thing, right, where, like, you know, Gabby, like, when, you know, whatever, and then Jessie Smiles would, like, call her out. And it's like, it's very obvious, like, who the trustworthy, honest person is in these situations, you know? I don't know. I'm happy that Marlena called her out. Do I think that it will change people's opinions about Jaclyn? No. You know, and this is the thing for me, like, I make comments and I say, like, if Jaclyn can't own up, or if Jaclyn can't do this, or if Jaclyn can't do that, then Jaclyn needs to just, like, you know, like, resign as a CEO or whatever. I'm talking about from Jaclyn's point of view. Like, if Jaclyn's looking at all of this, right, and she's saying, I can't handle the criticism, it's too much for me as a CEO, then Jaclyn, as a CEO, for her own well-being and mental health and personal space and happiness, she should make those choices, right? Not for us. She should never do it for us. She should do it for her own well-being, right? But I only want the best for these people. I mean, I would want nothing more than Jaclyn Hill to start disclosing all of her ads and to, you know, come out and start, you know, like, approaching her audience and being grateful and stop having this attitude that the one thing that she's learned in 10 years of being on YouTube is that people are cruel. I would just love to see Jaclyn be this really happy, you know, person that, because she doesn't seem happy to me when I watch her Instagram stories and things like that. She just doesn't seem happy to me at all. You know, she seems just miserable, and it kind of seems fake a little bit to me. And she's like, you know, any chance she gets, she has to point out, like, you know, that people are like, you know, like even just like with this comment that she said, you know, thank you for, you know, whatever, people don't support me, whatever. It's like you always are highlighting the negative. It's like she always highlights the negative, and like Marlena said, it's like, or Marlena said, it's like this victim mentality. She's always kind of like this victim mentality. It's like, girl, at this point, it's like you are not a victim, okay? You know, unless we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but in the public eye, you are not a victim at all. At all. To the public eye, you have a magnificent life, okay? You know, you're sleeping in, you're making eggs and, you know, turkey bacon, and you're going to the gym, and you hardly ever work, and you're, you know, doing this, and you supposedly love this jewelry brand that you put out, and love this, and love, I mean, to you, who never addresses an issue, there are no issues. So you should be the happiest in the world. So why are you bringing up things like you're a controversial YouTuber or controversial creator, and people don't support you, and you're a victim, and buy Twitter, and people are always cruel and all this? I mean, why is it always that, you know? Like, I just want people to be happy, but be grateful for what you have, you know? Be grateful for what you have. Practice some gratitude in your life, you know? And Jaclyn, who is a person that is, you know, well, I won't even get into all that, but I just, please practice some gratitude in your life. You know, it's a better look than half the, all the beauty products working together. You know, I mean, gratitude will do wonders. Gratitude will do absolute wonders. So anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.